Hey class, these are some notes on Unit 5, Notes E, writing equations in both forms. I'm just going to do 3 examples here. I'm going to do every other example, and then you can look at my answer key and try the other examples that I didn't do, and then check the answer key to make sure you're getting them right because they're very similar. The good news is you've actually pretty much done this before, so it's a little bit review, and then we're going to add on a little bit to this as well. So the first thing I want to point out is that today we are only talking about point-slope form. So this should be very familiar. Point-slope form, here's the formula, and this is a reminder that this number, this is the number, the x value of the point. I'm writing with my fingers, so my handwriting is not as pretty. Okay, this m is the slope. And then this is the y value of the point. And then the other thing to keep in mind is that this is the form where we have to switch the signs. So if it was a plus as a point, it's going to be a minus in the equation, or if it was a minus as a point, it's going to be a plus in the equation. So we do switch the signs for point-slope form. So example 1 says write the equation of a line in point-slope form that has a slope of -3. So this is the m value, and it goes through the point 5, 2. So technically the 5 is your x1, and the 2 is your y1, but really we're just going to put it right into the equation. So here is my answer. You can jump right to your answer on this because we know a point and we know the slope. So we can write point-slope form. It's going to be y minus 2, and the reason why it's minus 2 is because this is a positive 2y value. So in the equation it switches back to minus. The slope stays the same sign. We never change the slope's sign. So -3 parentheses, that goes in front of the parentheses. The x value is positive 5. So in my equation, it's going to be x minus 5. That's the answer. Okay, you can pause the video and try example 2 on your own, and then you can check my answer key to make sure you got the right answer. For example 3, I'm giving you a graph, and we've already done these problems, but this is another time to review. So it says write 2 different ways. So I'm going to pick 2 different points. Remember, you can pick any point on the line. So I'm going to pick this point, and that point is 4, 5. Let's start with this point. 4, 5. The only other thing I need is the slope. So let's count the slope. The slope goes from this point right here. It goes up 1, 2, 3, right 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the slope goes up 3, right 4, which is positive 3 over 4. So for my first equation, I'm going to write it out. Y minus 5, I change the y value's sign because it's positive 5. In the point, it's minus 5 in the equation. Then I put my slope, and then parentheses x minus 4. So here is one answer, and this asked me 2 different ways, so let's get a different point. I'll use this point, -4, -1. Guess what? The slope stays the same. The slope is always the same for the whole line. So for this information, the equation would be, careful, y plus 1. It's a -1 in the point, plus 1 in the equation. And then 3/4 parentheses, x plus 4. Okay. All right, so there is example 3. This is how we write an equation given a graph, and I want you again to pause the video and try example 4 on your own. Give me 2 equations. Okay, last but not least, hopefully you got those right. Last but not least, and this is the new information, given 2 points. So, yeah, I'm just making a video for my class. I'll be right up. Sorry about that interruption. We are going to finish out with this example given 2 points. So this we have to flash back to the slope formula in order to find the slope between the 2 points. So we learned this in Unit 4. I like to just write it y minus y over x minus x. Okay, so given these 2 points, let's find the slope. So we're going to do y minus y, that's 5 minus 3, over x minus x, that's negative 1 minus 4. Now remember, whatever point I start with on top, I have to start with the same point on the bottom. Okay, 5 minus 3 is 2. Negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. So this is the slope of the line. Here's the awesome thing. I can choose either one of these points to write the equation. Okay, I have 2 options. I'll write both equations down. So if I choose this point for 3, here's the equation. Y minus 3, the y value, equals my slope, 2 over negative 5. I always like to put the negative on top. So I'm going to write it like this, negative 2/5. That's the same as 2 over negative 5. And then x minus 4. So that's if I use the point 4, 3. If I use the point negative 1, 5, then it looks like this. Y minus 5 equals negative 2 over 5. That's my slope that I found. X plus 1. So I can use either one of these points. It doesn't matter. You don't have to write both equations. You can write either one. But that's the whole idea. They gave me 2 points. I used the 2 points to find the slope using the slope formula from Unit 4. And then once I have the slope, I can use either one of these points to write my equation. So at this point, I want you to pause the video and try example 6 on your own and check it to see if you got it right. That's all for today. Hope this lesson made sense. Some of it review, some of it new. Go back and rewatch it if you need to watch again. Thanks, guys.